ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'll be announcing the boarding process for my shuttle flight 750 with service to Denver is currently at 1. At this time, all eliminating those passengers that need that extra time and assistance on the loading break. Any elite members of any active military are also board at this time.
Welcome to the flight deck. My name is Paul. On behalf of my first officer, Joe, will be handling the flight duties all the way to Denver this morning. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you aboard Frontier Flight 750 nonstop service to Denver. We're completing some last minute paperwork here, such as the weight and balance. And as soon as we complete that, we'll button up the airplane, short taxi out to the runway. We're looking at 1 hour and 13 minutes of flight time. That's from wheels up to wheels down. Once again, folks, if you can be so kind to look above here and that overhead panel up above your head there, you'll notice that the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened. Once we find some smooth air on our way up to a cruising altitude of 37,000 feet, I'll get that sign off and then we'll be free to move about the cabin. There has been some reports of some turbulence on the descent into the Denver area, so I want to get the seatbelt sign on a little bit early on our descent, and it will remain on for the duration of the flight once we start our descent. Current weather in Denver right now is just light winds out of the northwest at 9 miles an hour from the cloudy skies. Current temperature 47 degrees. We ask now you please sit back and relax. And once again, on behalf of all of us, welcome aboard.
Once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of your entire flight crew, we'd like to thank you for traveling with us today. In preparation for departure, please be sure all carry-on items are stowed underneath the seat and that the stretch seats and all tray tables are upright. Make sure your small electronic devices are held or secured in a pocket, seat pocket, or carry-on for takeoff. As we care about your safety, please pause the use of electronic devices. Remove the safety information card from the seat back pocket and direct your attention to the flight attendants in the aisle. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the flat metal end into the buckle. To adjust, pull on the loose strap, and to release, lift up on the top of the buckle. That seatbelt should be worn low and tight across your lap. This aircraft has 8 emergency exits. There are 2 door exits in the front and 2 door exits in the rear of the cabin. In addition, there are 4 overwing exits, 2 on each side. Each is equipped with an evacuation slide that inflates automatically when opened, and the slides at the forward and aft exit doors may be used as rafts. Red and white signs overhead, lights on the floor lead to all exits. Please take a moment to locate your nearest exits, keeping in mind they may be behind you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next forward departure flight attendants prepare for takeoff.
To board ice on our aircraft, so we do not have ice to go with our drinks today. We apologize for that. Just want to give you the heads up. On the security note, we'd like to remind you we only have one person standing waiting for the forward lavatory at any given time. If you do see someone standing waiting, we ask that you remain seated until that area is cleared, or check with the two lavatories located at the rear of the aircraft. For those of you with little ones, we have a changing table in the forward lavatory as well as the rear lavatory for your convenience. We do request that you utilize those for your changing needs as well as the disposal of all diapers. One other federal air regulation, ladies and gentlemen, it is strictly prohibited to consume your own alcohol aboard any U.S. air carrier. If you do bring your own alcohol, please leave it sealed in your bag until you've exited the airport of your final destination. Thank you for your cooperation. Welcome aboard.
Mayor from the flight deck, Captain. Once again, just about 10 minutes or so, we're going to be starting our initial descent into the Denver area. Current weather is just a little bit of scattered clouds, light winds out of the north at 7 miles an hour. We're going to be turning on the seatbelt sign here in approximately 10 to 15 more minutes, and it will remain on throughout the duration of the flight. There's been some reports of just a little bumpy ride on the descent into the Denver area. We're going to try to smooth things out as much as possible. We're going to get you to the gate that's Alpha 42. We'll be touching down about a half hour early, short taxi to the gate. Get you about 10 minutes early into the arrival gate. It's been our pleasure to have you on board today. On behalf of all of us here at Frontier, thanks very much for flying.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and clean the cabin up for landing. Please check to see that your seat bags are in there. The seat belts are fastened, tray tables, and seat bags are in the upright and locked position at this time, and all carry-on items are securely stowed in the overhead bin or pushed under the seat in front of you. Please assist us in providing a tiny cabin for the next flight by checking around your seating area and in the seat back pocket for service items you wish to discard. Flight attendants are pressing to the cabin now to collect them. Thanks for your help, and we'll be landing in Denver soon.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
For safety, please remain seated, seatbelts fastened until we mark at the gate. The captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. Please use caution getting into those overhead bins as items do move around during flight. There will be a uniformed customer service agent meeting our flight today. If you have any questions regarding baggage claim or other connections, they'll be happy to answer those for you at the top of the jetway. Denver's home, welcome home. If you're going to points beyond, have a safe journey. On behalf of Virginia, the Wolf, Honor, Taylor, Winglands, your Denver-based crew, it has been our pleasure serving you. Have a wonderful day. Be safe out there. Welcome to Denver.
I know.
Passenger is reported to be 828 up.
when it opens, and others.
This couple is not rewarding process. Activated military team members and passengers that is civilian once I'm projected. Here are now all first aircraft. Following those passengers that board first and sit on the boarding pass. After our pre-boarding is done, we will begin boarding by zones. So once again, activated military, lead members, passengers and civilian once I'm projected, and board first pass.
Hello, folks. On Flight Deck, I'd like to welcome you aboard your own Frontier Airlines Flight 506, service to Dallas, Fort Worth. Just about underway. We've got an hour and 30 minutes of flight time en route. For two coming out of here from the heat. I think it'll be fairly smooth en route, and a little bit of wind in Dallas, 86 degrees. Could cause bumper two coming in there too. Other than that, should be a pretty nice, pretty nice ride en route. We're glad to have you with us this afternoon. Enjoy it.
Once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of your entire flight crew, we'd like to thank you for traveling with us today. In preparation for departure, please be sure all carry-on items are stowed underneath the seat and that the stretch seats and all tray tables are upright. Make sure your small electronic devices are held or secured in a pocket, seat pocket, or carry-on for takeoff. As we care about your safety, please pause use of electronic devices. Remove the safety information card from the seat back pocket and direct your attention to the flight attendants in the aisle. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the flat metal end into the buckle. To adjust, pull on the loose strap, and to release, lift up on the top of the buckle. That seatbelt should be worn low and tight across your lap. This aircraft has 8 emergency exits. There are 2 door exits in the front and 2 door exits in the rear of the cabin. In addition, there are 4 overwing exits, 2 on each side. Each is equipped with an evacuation slide that inflates automatically when opened, and the slide that the forward and aft exit doors may be used as rafts. Red and white signs overhead, lights on the floor lead to all exits. Please take a moment to locate your nearest exits, keeping in mind they may be behind you. In the event of an emergency evacuation, leave behind all carry-on belongings. Should there be a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop from the overhead compartments throughout the cabin and inside all laboratories. Quickly pull down on the mask to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth. Adjust the fit by pulling on the elastic tabs. Make sure to adjust your mask first before assisting a child or another passenger. Thank you for choosing Frontier. Invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our short 1 hour and 35-minute flight into Dallas, Fort Worth.
airborne snack and beverage cart. There should be a 5-bar menu in your seat back pocket with a list of items and bundle options available for purchase and savings. We do only accept debit or credit cards for all onboard purchases. We do not accept cash. We also accept Apple Pay and Google Pay. You brought on board any of your own personal alcohol and don't need to raise sealed and still thrilled. Our flight attendants against federal law for you to consume your own personal alcohol on board any Frontier Airlines flight. Again, our flight time is a quick 1 hour 36 minutes. With that on, enjoy the flight while onboard.
Hey folks, on the flight deck, we're 100 miles outside of the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. We're going to be on the ground about 25 minutes. Seatbelt signs just about on for the remainder of the flight, so if you're out of your seat, please start heading back that way at this time. Weather down in Dallas, again, as we mentioned before, a little bit of wind down there could cause a bump or two out of the southwest at 20 gusts at about 30 miles per hour. Otherwise, just some scattered clouds. And up to 90 degrees. It's been a pleasure to have you aboard. Thanks for choosing Frontier Airlines. Hope to see you again soon. Should be just about on time.
Lieutenants, prepare for arrival.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Frontier Airlines would like to welcome you to Dallas. Local time here is 2:11. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened. Leave all carrying items stowed. The center hall clear till we've made a complete stop at the gate. The captain will indicate that when he turns the fasten seatbelt sign off. Please use caution opening those overhead bins. Items have a tendency to shift during takeoff and landing. Please check one last moment at that seat back pocket and surrounding seating area for any personal items you may have placed there during the flight. Customer service representative will grade this aircraft to assist you with connecting flights and/or baggage claim. You're free to use those cell phones if they're within reach. For those passengers that decided to take advantage of the Frontier Airlines Roadmaster card, where you can earn 50,500 miles plus any additional miles you've flown on Frontier within the last 6 months, including that $100 travel voucher. If you filled out the application, you can feel free to hand it to any flight attendant upon exiting the aircraft. We'll be happy to get it expedited for you. If you've changed your mind and missed the offer, we do have a few applications up at the front of the aircraft. Just feel free to ask for one when you step off. From all of us here at Frontier, we'd like to thank you for choosing Frontier this afternoon. It's been our pleasure serving you. We do look forward to seeing you soon and often on a future Frontier Airlines flight. Have a great stay here in Dallas or wherever your final destination may be. If Dallas, welcome home.